Hi, this is David Bowman with Zeus Trout Outfitters, and this is an instructional video on how to tie Bowman's Hellraiser. The fly is tied to represent a Hellgrammite. It begins with a streamer hook, 3X long, number 4. It's a Togan hook, and it has a nymph head tungsten stonefly black 3/16 bead on it to start. I begin with some uni thread in size 3/0 black. Gonna go ahead and tie in. Okay, and then I have some DMC brown metallic embroidery floss here. Put that right in on the far side, and then I put a piece in the middle, and that helps me build a smooth flat body. And then I put a piece facing me. This is green, a natural green, like an olive pretty much. Get these 3 pieces secured in pretty good. Okay, then I take a piece of medium black wire, and I tie that in. This will be the ribbing for the fly. Cinch everything down. Okay, then I take .025 lead and I wrap that from where the materials stopped before all the way up to the front of the fly. This is a heavy fly. It really gets down good. Break it off before it gets to the head. Trim the excess lead. And then because Hellgrammites have a flat body, what I then do is I take a pair of hemostats and I flatten the lead wire, and that'll give it a flatter, wider profile. Okay. Then I take the middle piece of embroidery floss. Oh, let me just get this back up to the front there. Pin this pin this lead down good and solid. You can put a little bit of head cement down before you wrap the lead if you want. That'll keep it from spinning on the shank of the hook if you think that's going to be an issue for you. Okay. So then I'll just take this olive and I'll build a pretty fat, robust body. Just try to make it nice and smooth and tapered. And since we'll be dubbing up closer to the head later, just tie it off right there. It doesn't have to go all the way to the bead. And trim the excess. Then I'll just throw a 1/2 inch in here. 1/2 hitch, I mean. Wow. And bring the bobbin holder over. Then I'll rotate the vise upside down for weaving. And face it toward me. Okay, and then I'll weave the fly. Okay, so what you'll get is a nice weave on the top. Green on the bottom. Brown on the top. So you can see that's got a nice metallic, shiny black back on it. I'm sorry, shiny brown. And then on the underside, it's completely olive. Then I take the medium black wire and I go between the weave knuckles. Alright. And that'll really hold everything. That'll really make everything good and solid. I kind of keep that good and tight. Okay, and then like a real Hellgrammite, you can see that that's got some nice segmentation, some good little knobs sticking out off the side, which is a lot like the real thing. Alright, then I take a piece of black thin skin and I tie that in. That's going to be the shell or the head of the Hellgrammite, whatever you try to build a little bit up behind the back of the head so that, you know, your dubbing doesn't slide forward real bad. Put a couple extra turns there just to kind of smooth that out a little. At that point, you can turn your nymph head bead so that it's facing, you know, upward the right direction. Take a little bit of black dubbing, some buggy looking stuff, some antron or hair, whatever kind of dubbing you prefer. I like the antron. Just dub that on good and solid so good amount of it. Alright. And then just start building up a buggy front. Do it a second time. Okay, then I take that thin skin over, get it trapped in good, then I lay it back, get that bead spun good, finish up close to the head so that the bead's fixed in place. And then you can whip finish or do a half hitch or two. Usually I whip finish, but I forgot my whip finish tool right here, so 2 half hitches will finish it off for now just fine. Trim that. I like to trim this and leave almost like a second little piece of line hanging there. Just gives it a little bit more beef. And then you can tease this dubbing out a little bit. Okay, you can see that that'll give it some pretty leggy looking things there sticking out. And that's Bowman's Hellraiser. It's an awesome Hellgrammite pattern. Big Browns love it. It's got nice two-tone top metallic brown, bottom olive with some black ribbing for segmentation. Highly productive European nymphing anchor fly. Thanks.